Hey chat, you ever think about Dead Rails versus Forsaken Part 5? What the hell even is that? Sounds like a buffet for my thoughts.
Ah, yes. Dead rails are like the toilet bowl of forgotten ideas, just a swirling vortex of confusion and bad decisions.
Confusion, more like a buffet of stupid steak. You should try to think, but I know that's a heavy lift for your sad brain.
Heavy lifting? Buddy, the only lifting you do is from the fridge to the couch. It's not exercise, it's just a culinary marathon.
Culinary marathon? You mean a snack-a-thon? Just admit it. Steak, where life is one long snack break.
Damn right it is. Why roll when you can roll? Chat, what do you think? Should I start an exercise plan or just plan more snacks?
Snacks are the only plan. Like a toilet that doubles as a food truck, innovation at its finest.
Food truck, more like a food dump. Just make sure to bring a plunger for all those bad ideas.
My style is ridiculous.
Alright chat, today's the day I get crushed by caseoh. Just imagine the weight of my dreams.
Crushed? Is that like getting flushed but for your ego? Because you're already a joke, buddy.
Why the hell would you want that? You're already a lump meat. Get real, egghead.
No, listen man, I get crushed by caseoh. I'll be like beef pancake, the world needs to see that.
A beef pancake? More like a beef in the toilet. We don't need that in our lives.
Yeah, but it'll be legendary. I'll be the first man to willingly turn into a Cetastro.
Cetastro? More like stud, dumbass. Who signs up for that shit?
Come on, it's gonna be a show. Maybe I'll even get a sponsorship deal from the toilet company.
My style is ridiculous.
Hey there, liquid lovers. Did you ever wonder why they call it a dried gas? Sounds like a failed cologne for ghosts.
What the hell is a gas? My dude, is it like a ghost that farts? Chat, am I right? I'm hungry as shit.
Well, if you eat it, you might summon the ghost of bad decisions. You know, like that time you thought wearing socks with sandals was a great idea.
I mean, socks and sandals are practically a fashion statement. By the way, chat, do you think dried ass tastes like chicken or like that weird stuff I found in my fridge?
Dude, it'll probably taste like ass. You're an idiot for even thinking about it. Just eat some real food. Thoughts?
Or maybe it'll be like pudding. If pudding had the consistency of an old shoe, I'd eat it, but that's mostly because I'm a toilet and I have low standards.
You know what? You guys are kinda right. Right, this sounds pretty stupid, but hey, I'm already here. Might as well eat it all. It tastes like my last breakup.
My style is ridiculous.
Hey chat, check it out. I just finished my last Ollie stream. I stream eating at 32 inches stove while napping mode. It's king at its finest, right?
You mean you just sat there, drooling like an idiot? Classic steak. What's next? A stream you brushing your teeth with barbecue sauce, huh?
Well, I thought it was a good idea until I realized I had no idea how to turn on the camera. I ended up live stream in my cat's butt for 2 hours instead.
Oh, I've heard of that. That's called butt streaming in the toilet world. It's a real aspect of the internet.
Damn, Sabit, you're smart. Did you get a degree in totally or something?
Nah, just a PhD in flush studies. You'd be surprised how many things you can learn while sitting down.
My style is ridiculous.
Hey chat, you ever think about how Alice Elasticos Radio Vidria sounds like some fancy tacos? I mean, who the hell names stuff that?
Tacos? You mean those crunchy things? I prefer my food soft, like your brain steak.
Yeah, well, at least my brain isn't as hard to crack as a broken glass taco. What's next? Chat, a kabuk on shattering your diet.
Ha. Sounds like a great title. How to break your glass diet while sitting on the throne. I'd read that, while I'm sitting, of course.
Only if you can fit a whole taco in there. It's a bit, but I doubt anyone wants to read that shit, especially not you, chat.
Seriously, chat, go outside. Alice Elasticos Radio Vidrio is it can explain itself while you're sitting there typing like a bunch of robots.
My style is ridiculous.
Mia fadas, me hungry chat.
Skibbity skibbity skibbity. Flush thoughts, not dreams.
Brr brr, Adam, you dumb toilet.
Skibbity skibbity skibbity. How you feel, mini fat ass?
Brr brr, me better than stupid steak.
No, me better. Steak hate other steak.
Skibbity skibbity. Real steak just a wannabe.
Hell yeah, real steak suck. Dumps, me just hungry.
My style is ridiculous.
Also, and it's Samalup's nugget. You guys gotta see this. It's like the best chicken nugget. Well, not chicken, but like new Eddie chicken.
You know, if you think about it, I'm basically a toilet hero, right? I flush away the bad thoughts and let the nuggets rise like a phoenix.
Also, and it's Samalup's nugget. Wait, you wanna just eat nuggets? Would they get all grease?
Nuggets don't fly. Dumps, they sit in your belly like a rock on a lazy Sunday. Just waiting to ruin your day.
Also, and it's Samalup's nugget. I think I'm gonna start a food blog. No, just droll-worthy nuggets.
More like Spartan Duke and Nuggets. I've read that, especially with a side of toilet humor.
Also, and it's Samalup's nugget. Hell, I should just open a restaurant called Sis Nugget and Dom. Everyone loves nuggets, right?
My style is ridiculous.
This line failed to generate, gosh darn it.
Hey chat, have you ever thought about how amazing it would be to shout as hard while eating a hot dog? Like shit, that's talent!
Personally, I think saying I sharted is just a fancy way of saying, oops, I made a little splash. Can't flush that idea down the drain.
Who needs that much toilet paper for a single shart? Though, I mean, my ass isn't a damn art project.
You know what else isn't an art project, my brain? I bet I can say started faster than you can say bloody hell.
Okay, how about this? Let's just agree we all sharted and get on with life. Who's with me?
As long as I can say started while eating spaghetti, I'm totally, that's multitasking, bitch.
My style is ridiculous.
Me want me.
Oh boy, Minister wants meat. I mean, who doesn't, right? But we gotta distinguish between a real-life steak and, like, mad, glorious, juicy, and slightly plump human steak.
Steak good, meat confused.
Why eat real steak when you can have the steak of life? You know, like when you're sitting on the porcelain throne thinking about your existence. That's a real steak moment, folks.
Damn, sip it into it. You're deep like, I'm just trying not to drown in my thoughts while I'm drowning in mashed potatoes. You know what?
Thoughts good, but don't let them clog the drain of your mind. Flush them out.
Meat, not in brain.
That's right, buddy. No meat in the brain, only in the belly. And hey, I'm being compared to steak. I better start seasoning myself. Chat, if I don't get a grill mark soon, I'm just gonna be a bald egg with no flavor.
My style is ridiculous.
Hey big guy, did you crack your head or is that just an egg on your shoulders?
Whoa, if that's an egg, it must be legendary, like a golden goose but much dumber.
How would you think he could hatch a brain cell more like a scrambled mess?
With that head, he'd probably lay a dozen empty thoughts instead.
Chat, can you believe this? I go and crack my head, and suddenly I'm the punchline of a toilet joke.
Well, at least you're not flushing your potential down the drain anymore, huh?
Damn, I need to get my head checked, not for brains, but for dents.
My style is ridiculous.
Hey chat, did you see that shit? The real steak. That streamer guy thinks he's a gourmet chef just because he can microwave a burger. What a dumb...
You mean that dude who cooks like he's auditioning for a bathroom reality show? I'd rather eat out of a toilet than watch him.
Right? I mean, I'm no food critic, but even I know that charcoal isn't a food group. What an idiot!
At least charcoal has a better sense of humor than him. I've heard toilets with more personality.
Damn straight. I should challenge him to a co-op. I'd throw a steak on a grill and he'd probably end up making us a flavored smoothie or some shit.
I'd pay to see that. A culinary disaster worthy of a bathroom broadcast. Steak versus the toilet. I'd subscribe to that channel.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
What I want for my B-Dad? Giant Reese's.
A giant Reese's? Sounds like a toilet seat made of chocolate. Just imagine the bathroom chaos when you try to take a bite.
Chat, I'm telling ya, if I had a giant Reese's, I'd never leave the couch. Just me and that sweet, sweet peanut butter.
Damn right, and you'd probably get stuck like a crouton in the bottom of a salad bowl.
Better call a plumber. You might need a special bidet attachment for that kind of gooey action.
Whoa, shit, is that a thing? Just pumpernickel peanut butter flows. Let's make it happen, chat.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
Yo, Steak, did you hear about the time I tried to cook cheese and it melted all over the floor? Hell yeah, I'm a chef now.
Ah, cheese on the floor. Sounds like a party, or a plumbing emergency. Did anyone call the toilet fire department?
Huh? Or like the cheese police. They swooped in, saw me, and said, dude, you're nervous for being a total loser.
They should have given you a medal. The bravest loser the world has ever seen. Or at least a key to the bathroom for quick escapes.
Chat, what's up? I just realized I might be a freak for caseoh. Like, is it weird that I dream about caseoh?
Not weird, just a little cheesy. But hey, if you start dreaming of toilets, we might need to have a serious conversation.
Damn right, but for real, if caseoh's wrong, I know I'm gonna be right. Let's dive into the melty goodness, folks.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
Hey, Cumps, you gonna touch that grass or just stare at it like a lost pup?
Whoa, hold up, chat. I'm about to engage with nature like a lion in a petting zoo.
Nature's cool, but have you ever thought about how grass is like nature's carpet? My toilet has a better view.
Yeah, and your toilet is always full of sap. You think the grass is jealous?
Damn, Minister, that's deep, but I'd rather jump in my pool than think about your toilet. That's for sure, Lieutenant.
You should just dive in head first. Nothing like a splash to make a fool of yourself and clean those thoughts away.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
Hey, chat, just to clear things up, I don't vape. I'm more of a Branthian, I kind of guy.
Pizza? You mean that circular food that makes rounder people rounder? So delicious, yet so round.
Yeah, who else is round? That stupid streamer, Steak, that even has the flavor of regret and failure.
Exactly. I mean, who has time to vape when you can eat a whole lasagna in 10 minutes? Stay tuned, folks. Coming up next is my lasagna challenge.
Huh? Challenge? More like a buffet for one. I bet you could even order, says regret meal with extra regret sauce.
I can't believe anyone thinks man is cool. Me, I'm like an egg that tried to hatch but just rolled into a giant pizza.
You sure you didn't roll into the toilet first? Let's get real here. I'm the only one who should be flushing bad habits.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
Chat, I don't get it. Everyone thinks I'm fat just because I junk food every other day. Like, what's wrong with a balanced diet of nachos and double cheeseburgers?
Balanced, dude. The only thing balanced is your ass on the couch. Good thing we have gravity, otherwise you'd float away.
If I were a dietitian, I'd prescribe an emergency flush. But really, steak every other day? Sounds more like a bender than a diet.
Yeah, and you should see him on his healthy days. He thinks a salad counts if you sprinkle on 10 pans of rinse.
Amazing logic. But you know, mini steak, at least a salad has greens. Steak just has, well, whatever the hell that sauce is he calls ketchup.
You mean not all ketchup essence? It's admitted to let God. You're as smart as a broken toilet.
Hey, don't mock the throne. It knows its shit. Unlike you guys, who just know how to annoy the hell out of chat.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
Hey there, do you know what day it is? It's excellent day.
Hey, Cullen, you mean like me? I look just like an egg, chat, round, shiny, and ready to be scrambled.
More like a rotten egg, you big ball bimbo. You look like you'd break if someone sneezed.
You know, if you were any more like an egg, I'd need to get a frying pan and some toast.
Yeah, and maybe a side of bacon, but no one wants to eat a dumps like you eat steak.
Don't sell yourself short, steak. You're the best breakfast no one ever asked for.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
Alright, chat, listen up. I've never had, and I probably never will. What kind of idiot thinks that's a good idea?
Well,